Good morning! My mom and I are here at the Park and Ride located off Bear Lake Road inside the Rocky Mountain National Park. And we're gonna jump on one of these buses and take it on up to the Bear Lake Trailhead. Alright, we're off. We are departing from the Park and Ride. We're heading on up to the Bear Lake Trailhead. Should be about 6:30 or so right now. Yeah, this is the way to do it. So here's the plan. We're gonna start from the Bear Lake Trailhead. We're gonna hike over by Two Rivers Lake and then Lake Helene. And then we're gonna drop it down to Odessa Lake. Maybe head on over to Tourmaline Lake, not really sure yet. And then we'll probably hit Fern Lake and then just keep heading on down to the Fern Lake Trailhead. And just so you guys know, they start running these buses at about 6:30 in the morning. As far as I know, this was the first one of the day. And see, I like doing it like this because there's only one other person right now on the bus. Pretty much got this whole thing to ourselves. If we would have drove all the way up to the Bear Lake Trailhead and then taken the bus back up there later, it would have been way more crowded. Plus, it's like, why drive up there? Just take the bus. All right, we're here. Bear Lake. Official start time, 6:58. And in addition to all those other lakes that I mentioned, we're also going to get Bear Lake too. And this is it. Right there at the end of Bear Lake, take the first right and you'll come up to this flat top mountain trailhead sign. And this trail goes up at the beginning. We're gonna knock out a good 300 vertical feet right here. And in 15 minutes, we're up here to the next trail split. To the right, we'll take you over to Bierstadt Lake. And to the left, we'll take you over to Flat Top Mountain, Odessa Lake, Lake Helene, and all that stuff. And we're up here to the next split. We're going to stay to the right. We're just knocking out this first part of the hike. And this is where we're going to do the majority of the elevation gain. And we've done a lot of it already. And I just checked the GPS and it looks like we're about 1.7 miles away from Lake Helene. Something like that. And this tree is leaking sap. We ain't got time for that. I just looked at the clock and we have been hiking for 40 minutes. And we're at just over 10,000 feet. So that means we have already come up like 600. There's like a whole field of wild turkeys right here. There's at least 12 of them, I'm thinking. You guys probably can't even see it with this camera though. This camera is really awesome for doing mountain pano shots, but it is not good for zooming up on wildlife. It's terrible. We have officially made it around to the north side of the flat top East Ridge. and the trail has flattened out a tiny bit. We're not coming up so much. As a matter of fact, I think we've only got maybe about 400 more vertical feet up to Lake Helene. Ooh, these gray jays are chowing down on that mushroom. We're just knocking out this first part. We're up here at around 10,450. Been hiking for roughly an hour and 20 minutes. That's going to be Notch Top right out there in front of us. And then this one over here is Joe Mills Mountain. Wow, there's still quite a bit of snow over there on the north side of Notch Top. Man, I think we're looking at about a half mile out to Two Rivers Lake, and then that's where the hike should start getting really good. We're gonna jump off of the trail and see if we can make our way over to Marigold Pond. It's this real little one along the way that I have never seen. However, I think this is going to be the little trail leading to it right here. I mean, this is something. Yeah, there's a faint trail through here. This might be stupid, I don't know. Hopefully we're not wasting our time trying to find this Marigold Pond. All right, guys, and we found it. Marigold Pond. I am so excited to have finally seen this. It's not too far off the trail, but it's a little tricky to try and find. So this is officially the second body of water that we're going to see today, and we have a bunch more coming. And amazingly enough, the trail pretty much led right over to this. It gets a little windy in spots, but I mean, it took us straight to it. And then right behind us here, maybe a 1/10 of a mile in this direction, is Two Rivers Lake. So here's the dealio. We've got Two Rivers Lake right over there, which doesn't look too difficult. However, the trail connects on the very far side of it, so we'd have to hike all the way around the lake too. Or we've got the option of fighting our way around the water and maybe about 200 feet through the trees, and then we can reconnect with the main trail. I think we're going to hike around the lake and try to reconnect with the trail as quickly as possible. I'm thinking that's going to be our best bet. And the cool thing about going this way is that we're getting better views. One more pano. You guys are like, we get it. We have seen Marigold Pond now. But this is just really beautiful. This is amazing right here. That got a tiny bit nasty right through there. And then we have come upon this little pile of rocks. And then the trail is right up there. And we're back on the trail. And the Marigold Pond is literally not here, but right over there, just over that little hump. And we clearly made the right decision by coming up here to the trail, because I'm looking at the terrain in between Marigold and Two Rivers, and it's incredibly rocky with tons of up and down. I'm so glad we did not get stuck in all that. All right, and here it is, guys. This is going to be the little social trail that leads down to Two Rivers Lake. Yeah, this is really pretty down here. And there are hardly any people up in this area. I think we have seen one so far. One person. And we have made it out to Two Rivers Lake. This is the third body of water that is officially named. We've got a very vocal bird out here right now. Maybe he wants us to leave. We have rejoined with the small social trail that leads on over to Lake Helene. Notch Top is looking pretty awesome up there. And we are about ready to reconnect with the main trail that leads down to Lake Helene. We got off the trail somehow. We got a little discombobulated, but we're back on it. All right. And then after we visit Lake Helene, we're going to double back up this trail, and then it's going to connect back with the main trail, and we're going to take it on down to Odessa Lake. That's looking up at the Little Matterhorn. I tried to hike to the top of that one time. Totally hike failed. And that's a straight climb. And we are almost out to Lake Helene. And we're up here. This is number 4, Lake Helene. We didn't even sit down at Two Rivers or Helene. We're just going to keep the hike going. We're going to reconnect with the main trail and then take it on down to Odessa Lake. All right, and we are back on it. This thing is going to go downhill for a while. And this part of the trail is incredibly scenic. It's going to be hard not to do a ton of video through here, especially with that blue sky. then that high point sticking out right over there is called the gable. And you can actually see Odessa Lake just below it. There's some of that lichen that I'm liking. So this is Odessa Lake, which means that Tourmaline Lake has got to be sitting right up here somewhere. And honestly, that bushwhack looks kind of nasty. This is crazy how we've only seen like one person. I don't know, I think we saw maybe a few more at the very beginning, but I mean, we haven't seen anybody out here past Two Rivers. That's looking down at the gable, and then as I spin to the left, that is going to be a little Matterhorn. Notch Top. And then way back there you can see part of Flat Top Mountain. We're making our way through this real green section through here, and we're dropping it down to Odessa Lake. And after about 3 hours and 10 minutes or so, we're down here to the Odessa Lake cutoff. This little section of trail leading into the lake is really pretty. And we have made it out to Odessa Lake. This is the 5th body of water.